Follow us on social media platforms is Metro TV Ghana, and also that's on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter is Metro TV_GH. We'll take a closer look at the headlines of the stories coming up shortly. Western Regional Police arrest Elembele DCE and 3 others for allegedly obstructing their operations to retrieve missing excavators used for Galamsey activities in the area. Also in the news, health interns hit the street to protest unpaid allowances and government's decision to enroll SHS graduates to assist at CHIPS compounds across the country. We'll get you the details of that also pretty shortly. Also, on the foreign front, we have Russia President Vladimir Putin condemns Western sanctions imposed because of Russia's war in Ukraine as a fever that poses a threat to the entire world. You're welcome back. Now, the Elembele police has retrieved one of the excavators that was reported missing in Elembele. According to the police, a team of operators and intelligence officers discovered the missing excavator several kilometers into the forest within the Elembele district. The police said while they were escorting the excavator to Takrade at the Adzin Junction, the DC of Elembele, Kwesi Bonzo, organized a led some tasks to attack the officers and obstructed the operation. Meanwhile, the DC and 3 others have been arrested. Last week, the Western Regional Police Command dismissed claims that 2 excavators were handed over to the police by the District Chief Executive of the Elembele, Kwesi Bonzo, or any other persons from the assembly. Now, this follows reports by the DCE for the area, Kwesi Bonzo, that 2 excavators which were in the custody of the police have gone missing. Right, so Western Regional Correspondent Zambaga Rufai Saminu joins me on phone for more on this development. Rufai, thank you for your time. You're welcome to Newsbeat. So tell us what exactly is going on with these excavators.
As we speak at the moment, the District Chief Executive, Kwesi Bonzo, is locked up in a meeting with the police command following the arrest. He was arrested with his driver, his special aide, and 1 other guy. And in the process of the arrest, the GCE and his team confronted the excavator that was found by the police with a private a vehicle leading the excavator to Secondary. Now, don't forget that in the last few days, there have been this banter between the police and the District Chief Executive, who is the chairman of the Elembele District Security Council, regarding the missing of the 2 excavators. And so the DCE got wind of information that apparently 1 excavator had been found in the area. As to how it was found, that was the subject between his imagination. So the people who gave him the tip-off also indicated the exact location where the excavator was heading towards. And he was on his way coming to Secondary already. And then he decided to confront the driver.
Right.
And then the car that was leading the vehicle, he decided to stop and also, join the conversation. And in the process, they said no, the DCE was trying to obstruct their work. But don't forget that the DCE was accused by the police that he actually did not leave any excavator in their custody. And the DCE has been working in the last few days trying to make sure that wherever the excavators, are, it will be exposed to the general public. And so when he got this win and decided to confront the people, he realized that apparently it was one of the excavators that got missing. And then the police have not informed him. Meanwhile, he is the chairman of the District Security Council. And so in case there is any development with regards to either recovery or retrieval or whatever form, as far as the missing excavators are concerned, in case one or two of the excavators have been found, obviously, as the chairman of the District Security Council, he's supposed to be briefed and be updated so that he also be on top of issues.
So, Zambaga, I just wanted to find out what the relationship is like with the DCE and the police as a district, the head of the District Security Council. What is his relationship with them? What has information?
At the moment, you know, the district police commander was interdicted following the accusation leveled against the police command by the district chief executive. Now, it appears that power play is now showing up in this whole brouhaha because the DCE accused the police command of negligence. The police command, in the process of trying to also prove that they are working hard, they went all out and through their effort has been able to, you know, retrieve one of the excavators. And in doing so, instead of informing the chairman of the District Security Council, they decided to do their own operations, and on their way going to Sekendi with the excavator, the district chief executive got the information. And so when he decided to follow up to inquire from them, this is one of the excavators that got missing. Where from it? Where did you get it? I mean, how did you retrieve it? What happened? So it appears that there are so many questions with regards to this whole subject. The DCE has questions to answer, and then the police command them also have some questions to answer, because instead of collaborating as members of the District Security Council, it appears they are all doing their individual work. And the DCE too is trying to prove a point that, but you told me I didn't leave any excavator in your care. Now you are going around looking for it. You have found one. Inform us so that the general public will know. And then in the course of that, when he was trying to stop them, it appeared there was some fisticuffs. And then he was hauled into the car with some of his one of his assistants, and then the driver, and also another person.
So we do not know. We do not know yet who these excavators belong to.
No, it belongs to the Chinese company that is working with the local operators doing the Galamsey behind the Crawford Agriculture Senior High School. They came there indicating that they were given permit to operate as a small-scale mining operator. You understand?
Right.
But where they were mining, even under normal circumstance, if it is a concession that is supposed to be given to a mining company, but not the premises of a senior high school. And so that was the subject of debate.
Right.
That forced the DCE to lead that operation, and some of the items were burnt, excluding the excavators. And then he then led the police to where the excavators were and told them that we have seized these excavators, but the other machines have been burnt. So it's in your custody. Unfortunately, within some few hours to the next day, the excavators were nowhere to be found. And that has brought the whole subject to this level.
Zambaga Rufai Saminu, thank you for your time. That's our man in the Western region. Elizabeth Van is a member of the environmental advocacy group and hails from the area. Now, she has been following the development in the Elembele district and joins us via Zoom also for more. Elizabeth, thank you for your time. You're welcome to Newsbeat. So, what do you make of these accusations and counter-accusations from police and the DCE?
Thank you so much, and good afternoon to your viewers. It's a mess. And in my view, the entire dissect of Elembele district is not fit for purpose. Now, in Crawford Agriculture Secondary School, that is where our young people have been studying for the past almost 3 years. There have been open pits in the area filled with mercury, arsenic, and all sorts of things. Nothing's been done about that. Just last week, we held a forum. My group held a forum that we invited the DCE, the MP, and opinion leaders in the area to discuss this menace. The DCE failed to show up because, in his view, I have been unfair to him in my deliberations. But the question is, how can an entire district security council be in place and the entire area is devastated? There continues to be Galamsey, even at the seat of government. Just less than 3 weeks ago, the district magistrate was hounded out of the place because she dared complain that they are doing Galamsey at the back of her official residence.
Wow.
The DCE had an issue with her and drove her out. And within weeks, this is happening in broad daylight.
And this is the same DCE. This is the same DCE that's caught in crossfire with the police now.
Exactly. And we are in a district, a Chinese small-scale mining company can come and start mining right at a secondary school in the full glare of everybody. And now we are running around about missing excavators. I mean, who is anyone fooling? The District Security Council needs to be disbanded ASAP, including the DCE. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Elembele is tired of all this back and forth. This is a district that is giving so much to the country, and we continue to be the butt of all jokes in the nation. And this Galamsey thing is going on way too long. We need to have a handle on it. The whole dissect needs to be disbanded, and a new core of people who really care about the people, care about the destruction and the future risk that it poses to our people be put in place. This is my plea. What is going on there is a mess. Forget about the missing excavators. The whole thing is just disturbing.
If you describe Elembele in terms of percentage, what land of percentage has been destroyed by Galamsey?
My sister, if you go to the area where the district government is, all that area from Nkrofo, Eziama, Anya, Telekubukazo, all the way to Akango, to the border with Evaluajura. You can't step anywhere. In fact, your safety is going to be at stake. We have a young lady who fell into one of the pits and died just April 2021. That pit is still open. Somebody's child, a 7-year-old, fell into a pit in Anya and died. That pit is still open. The Subile River, that famous Kwame Nkrumah River, that river is nothing to write home about. The whole place is a huge jungle mesh of arsenic, mercury, and gunk. Nobody should even live there at this point in time. And that is exactly why the magistrate brought that thing up, and I was very happy that someone dared to speak up about the mess they are living in. And what happened? She was chased out. So we are being held hostage. The people, they are being held hostage by a dissect that doesn't either know what it is doing or doesn't care about the security and safety of the people of Elembele. Especially that enclave where the district government is. It's a huge mess.
Elizabeth, we'll thank you for your time this afternoon. We'll follow up later on. And thank you for the updates that you've given us within the Elembele area. She is calling for a total disband of the DISEC because it suspects, or the environmental advocacy group to which she belongs, suspects that the whole DISEC is actually involved in these Galamsey activities. We'll get to you some more details in subsequent bulletins. Now, the National Identification Authority has been clarifying the circumstances under which Aisha Wan obtained a Ghanaian card. My colleague Kenneth Jesse has more.
The National Identification Authority says their records do not contain any individual who bears the name Aisha Wan. This comes after images surfaced online in what is believed to be the Ghana card of the Chinese Galamsey kingpin, who identifies as Aisha Wan and was arrested this week for re-entry in the country after she was deported 4 years ago. In a press release by the NIA, it says the National Identity Register compiled by the NIA does not contain any record of a person named Aisha Wan. Put differently, the name Aisha Wan does not exist in the National Identification System database. The authority added that on 26 February 2014, a Chinese woman named Aisha Wan registered as a first-time applicant for a foreigner identity card at the Foreigner Identification Management System Registration Center at Inshiayeso at Kumasi in the Ashanti region with her passport attached. Her biometrics were captured and she was issued with a non-citizen Ghana card, which she subsequently did renew 2 years later on August 2016 and January 2018 using the same names and details she provided 2 years ago. However, on 25th August 2022, at about 10:35 a.m. local time, an incident, according to the NIA, occurred at the FIMS registration center in Tamale in the northern region, involving a Chinese national who visited the center as a first-time applicant with the following details. She gave her forename as Ruhia, with Ruhia being spelled as R-U-I-X-I-A, and her surname as Wan, with Wan being spelled H-U-A-N-G. And she also gave her date of birth as 7th November 1975. The said request, according to the NIA, was not granted after it was found that that individual's biometrics already exist in the NIA database. Now, the NIA is assuring the general public that its technical system remains robust and that it will guard jealously the boundaries of Guinean citizenship and prevent unqualified foreigners from obtaining the Ghana card meant for Guinean citizens. The national identification.
Now, some Ghanaians have been sharing their thoughts on the re-entry of the Chinese Galamsey woman, popularly known as Aisha Wan, into the country and her subsequent engagement in illegal mining activities.
Concerning Aisha Wan's issue, I think there are laws in Ghana, and it's high time we let the laws apply. Because if a similar thing happens in China, how are they going to take it? I know how they are strict with their rules and how they punish even their own citizens. We have Ghanaians who are languishing in jail because of this Galamsey thing. So why should someone be given the chance to go back to her country and then she has the audacity to come back again, to come and continue what she was doing at first? That's not fair to the people of Ghana. And I think our country needs to show leadership by taking strict measures in handling this thing so that we can believe in the government that he's really fighting the Galamsey case and it's not a lost case.
It saddens my heart that a person that was deported was managed her way to get into the coffers of Ghana. It's really, really, really sad. Now, illegal mining has been a canker on this country. I think this is a nice opportunity for us to persecute the lady so that it will serve as a deterrent to the others, so that this illegal mining thing will stop once and for all.
I was a little bit amazed that, so then it means that Aisha Wan has somebody within the government who always help her, because how can somebody who was arrested and deported back to his country gain the opportunity to come back to this country? So I was amazed, but once she's been arrested once again, we are praying that she will be prosecuted and then face the law, so that the law will take its course on her.
My problem is the same Ghanaians has done Galamsey, and then they have been jailed for years. But why was she allowed to go back to her country without being jailed? And now she had the guts to come back to Ghana and come and start the same thing again. I think the government have to set up and put certain things in place, because it's making our name very bad in the international world.
We have the immigration. What is the work of the immigration? Because they are to make sure foreigners who doesn't have documents don't come to stay in the country. So therefore, how does this woman manage to enter into the country of Ghana? So the problem is the immigration. and then the custom, how they manage the foreigners who enter into the country.
Now let's get on to the phone lines and speak to Member of Parliament for Sisala West constituency and a member of the Lands and Forestry Committee, Mohammed Adams Sukbaru, on this development. Mohammed, thank you, Honourable Member, for your time, and thank you for joining us on Newsbeat. How is this whole conversation about the re-entry of Aisha Wan, getting to the committee? If you've spoken to some of the members, and how's you taking it?
Well, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak to this very important issue. This whole Aisha Wan issue, for that matter, the fight against Galamsey as a country, I think basically it's like as a country we have failed ourselves. We've been saying that we are fighting against Galamsey day in, day out, hearing Operation Galamstor, Operation Vanguard, what and all of that. Yet, it's like the canker keeps increasing even more than the noise we've been making. And we are not getting any better result out of that. And I think that because government is not being truthful to the people of this country, because if you look at the surrounding happenings around this whole issue, it tells you that Aisha Wan, or I don't even know her name, that she didn't just get an authority by herself, but it tells you there is a serious power behind her operations in this country. Mm-hmm. And so for me, people are saying that she was deported and she actually came back into the country through illegal means. I have a different view. I think that I believe that the woman was never deported. She was only kept somewhere. Perhaps, she was protected by the people in government. Because if indeed she was deported, at what point did she come back into the country? And especially that we have issues, people are saying she even went to renew her, national identification card. And you and I know that when you are deported from the country, just as you are traveling outside the country, you go through immigration process and they take your fingerprint, even and all of that. And so even granted that she even came through an illegal means back into this country. But just February this year, she went to NIA to renew her Ghana card. And if she was deported, it would have been recorded in our system that this person has been deported. And so if she tries putting her finger on any of our machines, like the NIA database, they would have detected that this is the person that was deported. But nothing like that has been reported. And so for me, I have a different view. She was never deported. She was only kept in this country, protected by people in power, and the operations of her illegal activities had been going on. It didn't just start last month or this month.
Well, since Parliament is a House of Records, it's easy for you to, demand for evidence of some of these issues that we are doubting or you're expressing doubts about for now. I have just gone to Elembele, done a bit of tour there, and it's looking like even Aisha Wan's situation is just a microcosm of the whole Galamsey issue that Ghana has to deal with, where we have allegations of leaders that are supposed to be fighting or leading the fight, they themselves involved in the activities.
Exactly my point. That is what I'm saying, that we are only pretending that we are fighting the Galamsey. And on the other side, those that are pretending that they are fighting the Galamsey, they are the same people that are involved in destroying our forest reserve. They are involved in destroying our river bodies. They are involved in destroying the beautiful vegetation we have in this country. And that is why we must hold them accountable. Look at what is happening at Elembele. Just 3 days ago, there was a serious fight between the police, and as we speak, I was just listening to your sister station that an arrest has been made. One of those excavators has been found. Just as in some years ago, I think like 2 years ago, same incident happened where 500 excavators that were seized cannot be traced. As we speak today, you and I cannot trace the whereabouts of those excavators. So nobody came from heaven to steal those excavators. It is people in government. Sometimes instruction from above that will instruct people that release the excavators to the people to go back and continue destroying our forestry. That is what is happening.
Right. I will leave it here, Honorable, but I just put it to you that you owe Ghanaians explanations if you're unable to, get the answers that we are all asking for us on behalf of Ghanaians. So thank you for speaking to us. He's a member of the Lands Committee in Parliament, the Honorable Mohammed Adams. Let's cross over to the Ashanti region. Bassett Suleiman is there to report to us about one of the businesses owned by Aisha One, and he says that he has been shut down. My colleague is there and he comes through with some details. Bassett, thank you for your time. You're welcome. Good afternoon to you. What have you found out about Aisha One's business?
Good afternoon, Annie. Good afternoon to our viewers. Yeah, what I can say right now is that contrary to the report that almost all the businesses of the embattled Chinese woman Aisha One has been shut down, it's not entirely true here at Kumasi Metropolis. Well, as I speak with you right now, I'm standing in front of one of her grocery shops at Adiababa in the Ahojo Electra area, where activity is going on smoothly. As I entered the shop, even though it's not entirely Chinese item that they are selling, I entered the shop, moved around, and interacted with a lot of people. This is the exact place. Anytime she's in Kumasi and she's not at her mining site, it's where she sits. This is like an office. I spoke with a local authority here who also confirmed to me that yes, indeed, this is a place that Aisha always sits and sells groceries. And I can tell you, as you can see behind me, a lot of economic activities is going on smoothly. Contrary to the report that the city council has shut it down. And as I even speak right now, the Ashanti Regional Minister, who is the chairman of the Regional Security Council, is not in Ghana as I speak with you now. Information I gathered indicates that he will return next week. And the Security Council has also not start and take any decision on closing up any of their businesses. Even though
are you saying that none of her businesses has been shut down, or some have been shut down and some left opened?
Well, information I gathered from a special assistant of the regional minister is that the minister has not taken any of such decision and has not shut any of the businesses. That is the information I gathered from him. Because currently, personally not in the country as I speak with you. Even when the incident occurred, he wasn't in Kumasi. So for him to have done that, I think so.
And you did say Aisha One. Okay, and you did say Aisha One comes to this shop sometimes.
Yes, anytime if she's not at a mining site,
right.
This shop is where she sits. It looks like a main office. This is where anytime you are looking for Aisha, you can find her at the other back in the other Malcolm building at Ahojo.
Where's the location of the shop?
The name of the building is K Apia Complex, and it's at Ahojo at the other back.
Abdul Bassett, we'll leave it here. Thank you for the updates that you've just served us with, and we're serving you with updates here on Newsbeat. We'll be back shortly.
First and foremost, I'm happy that a lot of the MPP people are even disappointed in the president. President, you are not being fair, because if nothing at all, we know Georgiana is from Senya. We know Madam Gizela, the MP, is also here. They were there and you didn't see them. You understand? You saw, you deny him. Who wrote you?
You're welcome back to Newsbeat. Let's give you some more stories. The Ghanaian High Commission in South Africa is warning Ghanaians of an upcoming protest against foreigners in the country. Now, in a statement, the embassy said some groups opposed to the presence of foreigners have announced plans to remove foreigners from their jobs or workplaces in September. Foreign Africans have been scapegoated and blamed for economic insecurity, crimes, and government failures. They have been targets of nationwide protests and shutdowns characterized by mob violence, looting, and torching of their businesses. So the Ghana mission urged members of the Ghanaian community to be vigilant to such incidents, restrict their movements to safe areas, avoid mass gatherings, and refrain from engaging in activities that could result in conflicts. Now, let's engage Edward Colette, who is Ghanaian living in South Africa, to tell us how dire the situation is. Edward, thank you for your time. Welcome to Newsbeat. Where are you now, and what can you tell us is going on in South Africa? Kindly unmute, if you can unmute your mic. Unmute your microphone, Edward. So,
good day, and thank you very much.
Thank you
to all our viewers. And special greetings to the President of Ghana and all the leaders. This is Eddie Colette, currently living in South Africa, Nelspruit.
So what's the situation? What can you tell us now? And how are you, is your community, Ghanaian community, responding to the caution that's come from the ambassador?
Yes, we received a message from the ambassador of Ghana here in South Africa by our president, that is the Ghanaian community president in Mpumalanga, that we must all be vigilant and stay vigilant and try as much as possible to have legal documents to stay in the country. Now, the problem is that most of the South Africans are saying that the foreign nationals are stealing jobs that belong to South Africans. So what they are trying to do is to stop the foreign, or they are trying to prevent the foreigners from accessing health services in some of the hospitals as at now.
So, and what exactly are you doing to, make sure you keep yourself safe?
Well, with all the illegal migrants, especially we Ghanaians, what I'm also advising is that we should try as much as possible to have the proper documents that you need to be able to work in the country if you really want to live here, because that's the main thing. And also, we should also restrain from joining other groups that will not help you, especially things that are illegal, which will also bring problems to you. Because I've realized that most of the Ghanaians that we are here in South Africa, we are basically doing our own businesses. We've got salons that belongs to Ghanaians that they are managing, and they've employed South Africans also that are working in here. I myself have got a printing studio here, which I have got, most of my staff here are all from South Africa. But we all have got these documents, probably like this is the asylum document, which is legal for you to be able to work and study in the country. So if you don't have the asylum document, you should be able to have your permit in your passport so that you can be able to live peacefully in the country to avoid any problem.
Let's just hope that all of you are able to acquire the, proper documents in ensuring your stay. Thank you for speaking with us, Edward Colette, speaking to us from South Africa. We wish you all the best. Now, let's come home and also offer some security for our National Health Students Association of Ghana and the unemployed health professionals who are demonstrating to demand payment of their allowances and also register their displeasure on a proposal by Youth Employment Agency to enroll the senior high school graduates into various CHIPS compounds across the country. Now, joining me in the studio are Boahim Bright Sumwa. Please, which of you is Boahim Bright? You are. Okay, Boahim Bright Sumwa, who is the National President, Allied Health Professionals. And then also you are Frederick Ajay. Okay, Frederick Ajay is the President, Coalition of Unpaid Allied Health Interns. Yes. Oh, okay, I see. So there are two different groups.
Yes, please.
All right, but all of you are demonstrating on the same day?
Yes, please.
You agreed to do that?
Yes, please.
Okay, so what has been the situation? Let me start off with you, Bohin.
The situation is mine has been unemployed because those nurses who completed 2019, the diploma nurses have been paid, have been posted. But for the allied health people, 2019, some of them have been posted, others have not been posted. Always they have been posting nurses earlier than us. You see, which is a big worry to us.
Do you know why?
I don't know the reason why. So that's why we are demonstrating to give our grievances to the government.
Whose work is more pressing? Is it the nurses or the allied professionals? Or you all work?
You all work in hand
in hand.
Allied health is broad. We have the disease control, nutrition, health information, audiology, physiotherapy, field technician, health promotion, registered surgery dental assistant, medical laboratory. It's a whole broad. Sonographers, it's a whole broad. So I don't know the reason why always we have been posted late and then the nurses will be posted. And then right now the government is recruiting about 5,000 SHS to go to CHIPS compound whilst there are health professionals at home. So we wanted to give our grievances to the government to do something about it. That's why you're doing the demonstration.
Right. Frederick, how about you?
Okay, ours, as you can see on my placard, the health interns is suffering. As I represent the coalition of unpaid allied health interns, we are, let's say, national service personnel, but we are supposed to be paid by Ministry of Health. And we've been working for 11 months now without receiving anything. And we are supposed to pass through a certain processes. That is for the Ministry of Health to release financial clearance, then the Ministry of Finance to release financial clearance, the Ministry of Health to generate staff IDs. Then
so you're working through the National Service Secretariat?
No, we are national service personnel, but the Ministry of Health is supposed to.
But you've been taken as interns?
Yes, please.
Is that how it works?
Yes, please.
Okay.
We are interns. Okay. So we've been working for 11 months now without receiving anything. We've been going to Ministry of Health. We've been going to Allied Health. Initially, we thought that the Allied Health Profession Council didn't do certain things well. So we went to sit with them.
Clarify me, how does it work that a national service a national service personnel, you probably have to be paid as a national service personnel. How is this in turns? How does it work?
Yes.
The health ministry take you on with an agreement that will give you allowances? Is that a new arrangement with the national service scheme?
The national service, when we look at the national service categories, we have those that are under subventive category. They are the people that are supposed to be paid by the NSS scheme, the National Service Scheme. And we have those that are under Ministry of Health sponsored. That's another category. We are the group of people that were trained in the Ministry of Health institutions. So we were taking allowances when we were in school. So once we are doing our national service, it is the Ministry of Health that's supposed to pay us. And we've been working for 11 months now, without taking anything, without even receiving financial
So both
clearance.
associations, what have you been able to do in terms of making your grievances heard? Before this demonstration, have you tried,
Right. Some of them, at least, some of our students have wrote letters to them, some of them have been posted, but it's left with, some of them are still at home.
What's the backlog you have at home?
2019 and 2020, and 2021 too is at home.
2019, 2020.
And some of 2018 people.
Do you know about that of 1,000 doctors who have also lost their jobs?
And that is why we are here today, because we are all under one umbrella, which is the National Health Association of Ghana. And we are not basically crying for ourselves alone. As you can see from my placards, we have the trainee is crying, the unemployed is bleeding. We have the trainees, our students that are in school now, they're supposed to receive certain allowances. Yeah. But about 10 months now, it has not come, of which even we the allied health interns that are completing the internship this very month, we are affected. We're supposed to get a certain 5-month allowances, student allowances, and we've not received it. So 11 months internship allowances plus the 5 months student allowances.
Does the current situation of the economy mean anything to you?
Okay, you see, we are all Ghanaians, and Ghana is all what we have. So anything that goes on affects all of us. But we are pleading, or we are calling the government to have a second look of us, because we are suffering. We are facing a lot of predicaments.
Right. Boy, how about you? Last words.
We are pleading on the government to at least do something about us, because like you say, completing school with someone the same year, the same date, and then some of them have been posted, others have not been posted. So you like when you're about to complete school, you are thinking that upon all the monies, the school fees you paid, 3,500 per semester, 2,000, and so then you are still coming to sit at home. It's something which is not good at all, because you have also come to be a burden on your parents. You see.
All right, we will assist you to expose your grievances and see how we can seek for responses from the appropriate institutions as well. Boahim Bright Somwa is the National President, Allied Health Professional Graduates Association of Ghana, and also Frederick Ejay, President, Coalition of Unpaid Allied Health Interns. You're still watching News BT on Metro TV. We'll be back shortly with more. You're welcome back with News Beat, and for some more stories, let's cross over to Kenneth Jesse, who's standing by. Ken, you're welcome. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Annie. Business News is next. Hello again. In business today, the Bank of Ghana may impose on banks or specialized deposit-taking institutions an administrative sanction of not more than 10,000 penalty units for breach of new guidelines on digital financial services.
With Section 44 of the Non-Bank Financial Institutions Act 2008, Act 774, the central bank may impose a non-bank financial institution an administrative sanction of not more than 10,000 Ghana cedis penalty unit for breach of this directive. In the case of continuous breach, an additional penalty for not more than 50 penalty unit shall be imposed for each day the breach continues. The Disclosure and Transparency Directives for Digital Financial Services and Products is aimed at providing the minimum disclosure and transparency framework to guide providers of digital financial services and products. The objectives of the directive, according to the central bank, is to provide a framework to guide providers with regard to the disclosure of information pertaining to digital financial services and products in a manner that repose trust and confidence in consumers, protect consumers of digital financial services and products by ensuring that institutions that provide these services do so in a transparent and fair manner by disclosing to the consumers and prospective consumers among.
Now, the new International Monetary Fund Chief Mission for Ghana, Stephanie Rudet, has arrived in the country. Rudet, whose appointment took effect from 1st September 2022, has already paid a visit to the Minister of Finance, Ken Ofori-Atta, and his team.
Stephen Rudet was joined by the first Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Maxwell Opoku-Afare. Rudet's arrival is coming a day after the Managing Director of the IMF, Kristalina Georgieva, reiterated her outfit commitment to reaching agreement with the Ghana government by the end of the year for an economic program. Madam Georgieva said she is very determined to reach an agreement with Ghana by the end of this year 2022. She noted the need to realize that it is not because of bad policies in the country, but because of a combination of shocks. Rudet's visit lays the groundwork for a full mission towards the end of September 2022. He will also be calling on heads of key government institutions as the nation prepares to enter the IMF program.
And that's it for business. My name is Kenneth Jesse. Phil John Corte is standing by with the latest in sports. Phil, take us away.
Thank you very much, Ken. It's up next, your sports. Just so on the screens over there, the news that greeted us about 2 hours ago is that English side Chelsea are parted ways with Thomas Tuchel after so many months winning trophies for them. But this is the news that greeted us. The German trainer who used to be with Paris Saint-Germain has been fired as a coach of Chelsea. We are being told that the likes of Graham Potter and Mauricio Pochettino are standing by to take up the job. But let's see some records of Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea on your screen, Speedy, so and find out what he did as a Chelsea coach, the number of games he won over the years. That he played 100 games. I'm sure that should be quite impressive. He won 63, he drew 19 and lost 18, including yesterday's embarrassing scoreline in Zagreb, beaten in the Champions League by Dynamo Zagreb. That really gave them the option to fire the German. In the Champions League, this is record at Chelsea over there, including winning the Champions League and also securing the UEFA Super League over there, and also the World Cup Super Cup over there with Thomas Tuchel. So that is the record of the German at Chelsea. Let's go straight to Zoom and find out what the fans are saying. First, Evans is an ardent Chelsea supporter and a gospel record label, we're being told over there. Evans, what do you make of this very news that greeted us today? Did you see this thing coming? Hello, Evans, if you can hear me, I'm asking you, what do you make of the sack of Thomas Tuchel as head coach of Chelsea?
Yes, sir. Honestly, this is a bit crazy because we are all not expecting this. Even though we lost our away game. Wait, can you hear me?
Unfortunately, the technology will not allow us to go to London and speak to Evans, who is an ardent Chelsea fan over there. We wanted to speak to him about the sacking of Thomas Tuchel as head coach of Chelsea. That was greeted us about 2 hours ago. Thomas Tuchel, German, is no more the head coach of Chelsea or a manager of Chelsea. We are being told the likes of Mauricio Pochettino and Graham Potter are likely to get the job at Chelsea. We'll bring you all the updates right here on Metro TV. That's your sports. My name is Phil John Quarty. Yaya is standing by for the latest in showbiz.
Thank you, Johnny. Entertainment news is next. My name is Nanaya Tanobwache. After releasing his 5th full-length project titled Medina to the Universe, Ghanaian rapper and recording artist Manifest is set for his Europe tour. Ahead of the tour, Manifest spoke to BBC Peter Okoche on the importance of the lyrics in his song and the new funding program for music makers.
Ignorance is bliss, but I think I'm in the know. Hey, Joe, every time we touch road, we get eyes on the globe. No be one man show.
Described as one of the foremost rappers on the continent by The Guardian, with further acclaim from the likes of BBC, CNN, and Revolt, Kwame Emetepe Chikata, popularly known as Manifest, dropped his 5th full-length project titled Medina to the Universe, which was inspired by the pandemic, with 15 tracks enriched with local and international artists, including Ghana's Mensa, Molly, American rapper Vic Mensa, as well as Nigeria's Patoranking, Ladipo, and Adekunle Gold. The album has been appreciated by all. In an interview ahead of his Europe tour, Manifest spoke to British Broadcasting Corporation's BBC Peter Okoche on lyrics in his songs and a new funding program for music makers.
One of the few rappers that I know that hardly swears. Should I say never swears or hardly swears?
I mean, the funny thing is I probably swear a lot more in real life.
But in your music, you know, so it's all about positivity for you and you know, how to grow yourself into a better person.
Yeah, I think that's what comes most naturally to me, because the journey through life, I would hope for most of us, would be an upward trajectory in being better people. The more you know, if you know better, you do better, and being critically aware of yourself and your environment, and just being better, and that comes naturally to me in making the lead. recent times, what has taken a lot of my energy and time is a company that I began with a friend of mine who's in tech and startups. So this is called Culture Forward, and our mission is quite simple, which is to find and fund the next generation of African superstar talent. We got fortunate this year to team up with the British Council in Ghana to work with 60 music professionals in a creative enterprise support program, and then happen to grant 10 of them. That for me is I guess, the next phase of my contribution to this world.
Clean and pure. I don't wanna be the best in. We're gonna make you the power. Not be me or your blessing.
That's all on entertainment news. My name is Nanaya Tanowache. Annie, over to you.
Thank you, Nanaya. Now let's take the international stories updates.
Angola's Constitutional Court rejects the opposition party's claim seeking to annul general election results, which handed the victory to the ruling MPLA. The National Union for the Total Independence of Angola filed the complaint after the country's Electoral Commission last week declared the People's Movement for the Liberation of Angola the winner of the national elections. The court ruled that the opposition's complaint did not meet the requirements to allow the legal body annul the results. Emergency use CanSino Biologics Incorporation in China approves the world's first inhaled version of a COVID-19 vaccine. Its National Medical Products Administration gave nod to CanSino for emergency use as a booster vaccine. CanSino's vaccine, named Condemns, is the inhaled version of the company's adenoviral vector vaccine. Condemns, China's global television network, says the inhaling vaccine provides a non-invasive option and can establish immunity against COVID-19 just after one breath. The inhaled version of the vaccine can be self-administered, which makes it suitable for vaccine-hesitant people. Vladimir Putin condemns Western sanctions imposed because of Russia's war on Ukraine as a fever that poses a threat to the entire world. In a speech to an economic forum, he said Russia was coping with the West's economic aggression. The Russian president warns the quality of life for Europeans, which is being sacrificed to sanctions while poorer countries were losing access to food. He also said Europe was cheating poor countries out of Ukraine's grains.
And that's all we have for you this afternoon on News. BT came to you live from the Akiaboahima studio at North Ray. We'll be back at 2 with Good Afternoon Ghana. Join us at 4 for the News Flash, at 7 with News Night, and at 10 with News Line.